Chief Okoto Akalezi. Yeah.
Hey Neo, hey Neo, hey Neo, hey Nia Beseo, hey Nia Besia Dontinho.
Hi everyone, welcome to Ghana Observer. Today I wanted to translate once again, or attempt to translate, because Ghana is not my native language, but I'm going to do my best. I'm going to try and translate another video of Ni Tete TV. It was an interview or a conversation he had with Ni Kwade Okropong the La Abese chief, and his interactions with the Igbo leader who calls himself king. I'll put the link to the video in the description. I'll be doing sections or excerpts where the conversation was, because the conversation touches on other topics, but I'll be focused on the sections regarding the interactions with the Igbo leader. So here goes.
Only point one conversation take place has got to do with be wobana yemo mfoninko ni wokwe ni ntry channel no be amini wonwe Igbo nyone sande ne ni ife ya wasusu mo miele nche establish a kingdom wobagme bogbeni ke kule ke onale na kan no ke mingbla mo aba. No, in fact, a bagba wana wa kenkle wa fe video ke Grand Traditional Council eton waka me waka yuemo ifi o go hwehwe ha me ni wabana bohu o video ni ye wasusu mo na egba wana wa because waka boe lumo wulu jogban jibo ni obi ami ni wonabo ni obani ehihyin ni taflache osa ohi ojogban ake lumo ni se mi wona ake atale ni taflache obo keje shian ke ba echake ni obo atale konkluwe egba mi personally egba na wa ade enche ka okwe na ka yue mo mfoni oba na inkolo ehun ni kwe I may express the same feelings ni express ye na kan yue mo mfoni no miniji mingbla mo ke ekoye ni oba sumo ni okin a wokolo ke wo tribole ake ekole boni wona ni je na kan ni.
The reason why this particular conversation is taking place has got to do with a video that we watched, that I played on this channel during the time, or at the time when we're talking about this Igbo, who in our opinion is trying to establish a kingdom. We would appreciate it if you see this differently or have a different viewpoint to please explain it. So in fact, this bothered us greatly, very worrisome. In an initial video, we had a few things to say, a few choice words to say about the Ghana Traditional Council. And then we came across your video. And that was very worrisome, in our opinion. Folks, I don't understand Lumowulu, but I'm thinking it's prominent ruler. So I'll go with that. If I'm mistaken, please correct me in the comments. It was very worrisome, in our opinion, because as a prominent chief, when we saw you arriving at the event, the Yam Festival, and permit me to say you were dressed appropriately dressed for the occasion, and then saw or realized that the outfit you'd arrived from home in had changed and you were wearing a different outfit. Personally, it bothered me a lot. If you watch that video, you'd see that. And also my viewers expressed similar feelings. What explanation, if any, would you like to give to our viewers and listeners that what we saw is not as it appears?
Yo, blamo ni magbla fio kekejake. Mbo radio twe nyaminu ko recording ni nyekaye o platform no.
Right.
Ya yake o abafe kusu ahami na fe akebonito mo yu akemoko na tole ni hin egbe na. Fifiote ni achakio Italy alo no.
Okay, so the brief explanation I can provide is that I did listen to the radio or video, One of the brothers or our brothers recorded what was played on your platform or channel. And there was some talk or chatter that they had performed some rites for me. And as you mentioned, why would this be the case for someone who is already established in his own right for him to change clothes? Why would they change such a person's outfit?
Si Kenya bakwe boni nyefe nyelie nakatale ngwatale umo ni weku shwino ni akefe ceremony. Si jeni ayatomini amefe kusun amehami amefe kusun amehami.
But if you noticed, as you all know, that particular outfit I had on my own before I put that over mine. Then the ceremony was performed. But I wasn't there for them to perform any rites for me. They did not perform any rites for me.
Amehami title ifata noni here. Yenu chumo pote koni chu beko keho. Ni le manchene enaili ni baslawo ni ekewo gbahisani ni diwa ke gbanye ni imambi eke hami wonu osisi lo wo fe wo ke dabi ni ba chowo gbaye sisi ka gbene wo ka mesina mo ke chomo he ko me wo ame ba konfe na kan gbeye ye ino eja ke ntuna pe nu chumo ko ha me ni be pi wo mediji ye ka wo he pe wo sumo wo he ni wo I interview me ni gba noni ya bade TV boni fe ni na kan gbe baje ni le no ni kaji he ko ni e ko aba heskaya abedi chuno ni fe ame ya heskaya abedi na me kesika ho ba ni nke hwe da me manche no he.
They gave me a title in addition to what I already hold for a very important job I did or performed some time ago, which this quote-unquote king learned or heard about. And the quotes are mine because he's not a king. Self-appointed king, not a real king. Let me just insert that. And when he came for a visit, he discussed this with us. He asked us whether we understood the meaning of the name given us by his fellow Nigerians. We all responded no, and so he explained to us what the name or title meant. And so based on the existing relationship between us, they would confer that name onto me due to the incredible work I've done, and also due to the fact that Black people do not appreciate each other as they should. I was interviewed on Abladi TV, during which I disclosed how I came to acquire this name. There could possibly have been charges for the work done. However, I did not ask for any form of payment. They did bring the money, but I refused to accept it and returned it. And the Igbo leader learned about that or heard about that.
Ke obuletue wanune eyuake be lenye hebi ni bajeni eshishi non ni akenya ke na kanji boni yuemo ojekwe ha akenya ke abafe ne kenoko ne ni afe hanye no mi yansusumo mi nke dabi onye kaflache ofa manche wulu keje ehia ni oba honale tomo beno chon oba honale just like o add title ko to a already existing title. Mokoni a royalty is by blood. Where ni bo ono ni onye. It's ceremonial noko oje manche.
That's right.
Lami poten oje. So onye o famokoni taflaje eje latok mami na yo manche ye ni ye manche yeli ye mi keba oni shishi. Ni okele dani ke eba oni shishi ye. Dani okele ake noni oba afe ni noni woni wa yue na kan eji ka wo bo wacha jase etuye na kan ji min bla moni ekeba ona so eba wona ojoba.
If you listen to him, we heard him say that you all arrived at the event not expecting what happened, i.e. the naming ceremony to take place or to have taken place. According to the information shared, it was only upon your arrival there at the event that you were told what was about to take place. And to my way of thinking, or in my opinion, this is a no-no, because you cannot, excuse me to say, move or invite a reigning chief or a sitting chief from his home, as you said, to honor you by adding a title to your already existing one. A title to someone whose royalty is through his bloodline, compared to someone whose is merely ceremonial. You are not a king by blood. You have no royal lineage. So you can't just drag someone who is of royal bloodline to your event without telling him what is to take place prior to his arrival, and only disclose what will happen when he's already present at the event. The reason why we say this is the information provided by our elder or father, Jasi. This is the explanation he provided to us, and it really bothered us a lot.
Yo, ma jaje me fio kuni nye na bone yo. No ni keke de yo ji ameba na wo. Na meke wo gbasani efe boni ameba yale. Si ame program wo ya ko ekuda.
Okay.
Wole boni edale yo. No ni wote wa ni na it take wo by surprise. Ake ni asomo no ko grant na nekene wole ake itobona kai. No juno ni surprise like ne ameke wo amefe wo ni afe fine afe na afe no mefe amefe ni wole.
Okay.
Na ameke dwele wo ya jeme wo afe na akpe no ko kan wa ke then they've gone extra mile na amefe ni bi fe keje anago na ameke ba wo boni wo susuo ne ba fe no ko simple lo but wo na me ba ke wo ame ya fe le grand fe na kai show na ka interview mi boni tele le ka obomintu oba susu aka to mo wole wo hebe me ba da bi ame ke we ba ta hia atun aba susu mi keni fe.
Okay, I'll give a brief explanation so that you can see how it is. What it is that they came to see us to discuss what was to take place. But we've never attended any of their programs before, and so had no idea as to how big the event was going to be. So when we got there, it took us by surprise. We were taken aback. They had made my hat and other things for us. I don't really know whether it was just him or other people. But anyway, they had made all sorts of things for them without their knowledge until they actually got to the event where they were presented with all this regalia. So it came as a source of surprise that they had gone that extra mile to do all these things. They had all these things made in Nigeria and brought here. The way we thought the whole thing would be simple based on their discussions with us turned out to be grander than how they presented it to us. Based on my radio interview, however, yes, I will admit that it might have come across as though we were unaware of what was to take place, but that is not the case, because they did come to my house to discuss it all with me and also take my measurements for the outfit.
Ochonwake ofagbe oyo over your moye manselele me Pennsylvania ne where manche bie where your moye bie all over the Americas ne where manche me in all of these states. The counter argument ni wonye me ni bote baake boake wate me kukla efeko wa yake were establish our own kingdom as in ka obabi ne abe dangbe palace ye bi ni ama there is not right wobekwe Pennsylvania ne wafeko wo yake woba ya no ni wode nche woba totoi wo magia cheme bibi ke palashi wafeko wo yake wo lenche won build their own community ni way 50 acres of land or more so ni wo establish wo eklani ko boteje mo ba na ke bi na lebe gandangbe formo bi so ye bi wode nche wo ma wo school ni ye Pennsylvania ne ni achon gandangbe pe ye jeme onna na kan no ko ye gandangbe association short ni you're all over the world she ke obo watchene to yito fe ani wole what ha ni wona wole ake tauni efe man ye mamli le die nche ke obue dan yue mo ito ye na kan no ke mo ke ebu ake na kanji yito ke susumo ke nibi ni yuo no ewoni enife mo ne esa wote me koma hie manage no ba ke.
You indicated or mentioned that you travel, that you celebrate Homowo abroad. And yes, I am in Pennsylvania. Here in Pennsylvania, we have a chief. We celebrate Homowo here. All over the Americas, we have chiefs in all these states. The counter argument made by our listeners is that no one has any intention of creating a kingdom. As in, when you come here, there is no Gandangwe palace being built, not in this Pennsylvania. There are no intentions to install many chiefs all over the place. There are no intentions to create our own isolated communities, nor purchase 50 acres of land to be established in a manner that when you enter that area, you observe that only Ga Adambe people populate the place. That we've built a school here in Pennsylvania that solely teaches the Ga Adambe language. One won't find such an occurrence within the various Ga Adambe groups or associations spread out throughout the world. But when you listen to this Igbo leader, his mindset indicates that he wants to create a country within another country. That's what comes across when you listen to him speak. His utterances indicate that these are his intentions. If someone says to you, through his utterances, this is his mindset and his intentions, and that's why what he is doing is unacceptable to some of us, what would be your response, or what do you have to say to that?
Now, kaji a tower establish a manemi. Ni womla Bejiano Torio Mane allow is a different thing. Now, nibi ni le susuone tower nefi man eba kaji ma no na kanbe eba succeed. Si kaji ma Bejiano to na kanbe na ambition. Whether eba materialize or not, well, it's up to him.
Now, if he wants to establish himself in this country and our laws and regulations allow such a thing, it's a different thing. Now, some of the things that he's thinking of doing, he is in a foreign land. If the country's laws allows those things, he will succeed. However, if the country's laws do not allow that, then that's his ambition. Whether or not those ambitions materialize, it's up to him.
Na ewiemo jin kome alo ewiemo foni jin kome ye online ni eyito ni ikefio no ne ikefio na efe ale no ye shibami ani o chanson eko ye online.
Have you seen him talking or watched any of his videos online regarding his mindset and his intentions? Have you by any chance come across any online?
Makakashi in chanson eko. She to my body you can join your wo magie fe mo fe mo ke culture ni ame mancha yeli solebona me helo le ame ha makaka me bu ame mancha yeli ojuba ni hewo ame ni fe mo fe eye agbojian ke wo kwe ame movie se ko me boni ame fi ame movie se na kanji boni ame dencha ame hi ame so aye mo fe mo ke boni le hun dan yue mo yo.
Yes, indeed, I would say that I've come across some. But as I said previously, all our countries have different cultures and they hail their chieftaincy or kingship differently. I would say that they respect their chiefs/kings a lot. So everything they do is grandiose, as we see in some of their movies. The way they perform in their movies is the way they handle themselves. But each individual has their respective manner of speaking.
Right.
Me, abese inne mokugbe nakai.
Okay.
Me, inne mokugbe nakai. Ni eba establish he. Ye men shipono. Chipon only mean banana, young man, him hamoko. Alote or chote. No, what if you are commending Abanya Yuishi? And ye materialize.
As me, as chief of Abese, will not allow anyone to do that. To establish himself on a land that I came to meet, a land that has been there before I became chief, I should just release it to someone? Or what are you trying to indicate? There are some things that they can say, but it won't materialize.
No, ji wana agbaye because keji wana especially into able like enkwalo ikomeni nekisane ne ingba me na ojogba because ke okwele edan yuemo ke ni bi na efio ke wamajia cheme shnamo ni ikame na ehani womeni wota se wona wole alu wosusu ake ashimashine exactly more so woni won kwani lelenche eto emanche ye ashama eto emanche ye domiko abenya eto emanche ye kaswa eto eko ni kwa central region ni ame meji gbe tene atwamia ke ohye koforidua lewu eto emanche ye jeme ni amefe so it's like ke okwano ni ya no fe there is a systematic plan ni chomo what traditional authority no maybe ekole ka legally sheko jeme gbedan but use our traditional authorities any bit by bit it can fe no ni etawo ni efe no woni neke no ko ni efe na agba wa.
That is what is really bothering us, especially some of my listeners and viewers who are really worried about this matter or bothered about this matter. Because when you watch the way he talks and some of the things he does, and the way he hobnobs or fraternizes with our leaders, it makes those of us observing think or believe that he has some nefarious intentions. More so when we see him install his mini-chiefs in Ashaman, Domi Kwabenya. He has installed a mini-chief in Kaswa. He has installed one in Central Region. 3 days ago, I received a call informing me that when you get to Koforidua, he's installed a mini-chief there as well. So when you see all these things going on, there seems to be a systematic plan where he's using our traditional authority. Maybe legally he's not there yet or hasn't used that avenue yet. But he's using our traditional authorities, and bit by bit he's accomplishing what he intends to do, and that is why this is a problematic or worrisome matter.
Well, we're saying work about here, but for she kaji wana ake enifemo is a threat to us. Le noni sanu warfare, alo noni sanu work. What back?
Right. Because ni efe to mo wameni wa yo say wana ni efe to mo lumo ekome ni efe to mo like they don't care. It's like video say ni wo bo to amena noni padi mane efio amena. Oh, no, that is the question. Are leaders actually paying attention to what is going on? Are they actually seeing and hearing this guy? I mean, are they actually? Because, I mean, if you're telling no minim lang mo lay wale tamo beno chon nimbina kansani ni le dienche ibanye to imanche ya shama ni le dienche eto imanche domi kwa benya ni le dienche eto imanche ona so mi biage minim lang mo legbe ni walumwe ni nye woye ni shipon ne amena amekwo no fe ani amena ne kenoko ne mini ji amesusu mo ye mini ji amewie mo ye because man be they are sitting about what is going on what chemene amena no ni ya no kla.
We will all pay close attention if we find out or see that his actions are a threat to us. Then we'll do or say whatever we have to. Because it seems as though those of us observing see what's going on, but then it also looks like the leaders don't care. The videos that we listen to, do these leaders see what this man is doing? Because what law empowers him to install his own mini-chief in Ashaman and to install his own mini-chief in Domi Kwabenya? So I'm asking, which law allows him to do this? And our leaders, who are the custodians of these respective lands, are they cognizant of what's going on? Do they see what's going on? What are their thoughts? And what are they saying about all this? Are our leaders completely oblivious to what is going on? Do they not see what is going on at all? Folks, all I'm going to say is that Ghanaian leaders have to be vigilant. How does a self-aggrandizing, self-made king give you a flimsy paper? He's ceremonial. He's of no royal blood. How do you arrive at a ceremony and not know what is going to take place there properly? As a chief, what if it's a setup? I'm not saying, God forbid, but self-preservation counts. Most especially when this is a ceremonial person. He's a ceremonial chief. He is ceremonial, completely self-aggrandizing. And a word to him, please don't disturb our incoming president. We gave incoming President-elect John Mahama a mandate to take care of Ghana and Ghanaians. So we don't want to be seeing you all over, sniffing around him. Let him take care of what Ghanaians voted for him to do. We know you want to take pictures and convince people that you have business connections. That's up to you. But leave our incoming president to do the job that Ghanaians elected him to do. And that's all I'm going to say about this. Ghanaian leaders have to be vigilant. You mentioned it. What we see in their movies is how they treat their kings. So that's a word to the wise is enough. Folks, I'm going to end it here because if I go on, I know I'm going to say something I shouldn't. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, comment, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.